Hi, good morning. It's Councillor Glen. It is Saturday, March the 5th. Happy birthday to my brother Steve. I'm outside of St. Andrew's Church here in Stittsville, and the reason I'm here is because St. Andrew's is a drop-off location for donations for the humanitarian effort to help out Ukraine. The donations here, it's a West End Stittsville drop-off point, and they're going to collect donations and bring them to the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, who's organizing a big shipment over to Poland to help out refugees and then the humanitarian effort within Ukraine. So if you'd like to donate something, what you should do is first go to the St. Andrew's Church website or go to the Ukrainian Orthodox Church website. There's a long list of items that they're accepting as a donation, things that they're looking for, and also things that they're not looking for. Because of the shipment going by airplane, there's some things they cannot take. I'll post a link to that in the comments on Facebook and on YouTube, and also on the podcast description. So please check that out if you'd like to make a donation. The other way you can contribute is through the Canadian Red Cross at redcross.ca. They are collecting donations for the humanitarian effort to help people who are affected by the war in Ukraine. And the Canadian government is matching dollar for dollar any donations by Canadian citizens. So on the let me think. Anything else on Ukraine? No, other than, you know what? There's been a steady stream of cars here of people dropping things off, which is really nice to see. St. Andrew's, by the way, is kind of the yellow brick church on Stittsville Main Street, just near Johnny LaRue Arena, if you're looking for that. A really nice church building, by the way. Here locally, I want to talk about COVID. We had an update from Dr. Etches at our Board of Health meeting on Monday evening. We are seeing a real decline in the number of COVID cases, or the indicators that they use to measure that. But the indicators are starting to level off, which is a little bit concerning, and a reminder that it's still important that we use caution, that we understand our own risk, and that we're being careful. Things you can do: get your booster shot, make sure you're fully vaccinated, wear a mask when you're indoors, and be careful about the number of close contacts that you have, particularly in indoor spaces, and limit your time spent in crowds as well. I was happy to see March 23rd, City Council will be meeting in person. This is the first time that we will have an in-person meeting in more than 2 years, and we've certainly missed that opportunity to be together in person, and I'm looking forward to being at City Hall on the 23rd. A lot of what's going on in the world right now, the COVID situation, the war in Ukraine, the occupation of downtown over the month of February. I know a lot of people are struggling with their health and well-being. Please visit ottawapublichealth.ca. There are some great resources there, including some mental health resources that are available free within our community. So please check that out, or pass it on to a friend if you know someone who might need that. Let's turn to locally. Just across the street, a little bit further down, I guess, we are replacing the pedestrian bridge along the Poole Creek just west of Beechfern Drive, between Beechfern and Stittsville, Maine. Residents would have received this week a notice about some tree removal as part of that project. There's going to be some trees removed behind the school, the elementary school, so that they actually have a clear route to bring the bridge in. They pre-construct it and they bring it in. There will be some trees cut. No access issues with the trail in the near future, but there will be some replanting to replace those trees once the work is done later this summer and fall. For folks who live near 620 Bobolink, that's a stacked townhome proposal from Richcraft over in the Westwood neighborhood. So it's kind of near Embankment Street, perhaps if you live near there. I posted something that we've received from the builder. It's basically an analysis of traffic impacts. When we held our public meeting back in August, we had a lot of questions from residents about traffic and about pedestrian safety and cycling safety. Now, it's a small development, so it doesn't qualify for the usual full traffic impact assessment, but I did ask the builder to provide a more detailed traffic analysis to justify some of their design decisions, and we've received that, and I've posted it on my website for folks who may be interested in that. It's glengower.ca. This week, 1837 Maple Grove, that's in the Fairwinds neighborhood, the lot with the old stone house. we are going to be doing a pre-construction meeting with Mattamy to learn about their development in that location. So that's on Tuesday evening. If you're a neighbor nearby who wants to know about timelines for construction, what kind of noise to expect, what kind of construction traffic, whether or not there's blasting, this is a great opportunity to attend and get some information from Mattamy. By the way, thanks everybody who came out for our meeting last Tuesday for the Fringewood neighborhood from Campanelli. Really great to see some strong participation from residents there. This week at Planning Committee, which is on Thursday, one of the items is a Stittsville development for Shea Village. That's at the corner of Fernbank and Shea. The public meeting for that was way back in 2018, before I was even elected. So this is how long some of these development applications can take. But it's coming to Planning Committee for a zoning approval this Thursday. So if you're looking for more information, again, check out my website. Some local reminders. With the freeze and thaw and changing weather, we are seeing a lot of potholes on our street. If you see a pothole, please call 311 and alert city staff so that it can be addressed as soon as possible. Sadly, there was a fire this week on a home on Hazeldean Road around John Woods, and the cause of the fire was a faulty plug or an overloaded plug that was a plug for a gaming system, and a home was badly damaged by fires. Ottawa Fire is reminding people to please check your smoke detectors. Make sure you have a smoke detector at least on every floor, and they're even recommending in every room, every bedroom of the house as well. So good reminder there. I've also been seeing some concerns from residents about coyotes and possibly wolves in the neighborhood, or perhaps coy wolves. Last year, we did a great video Q&A with Nick Stowe, who's a city biologist, about tips for dealing with coyotes, for living with coyotes. We're lucky here in Stittsville, we're near a lot of natural areas, whether it's the Poole Creek corridor or the Trans-Canada Trail and Shea Woods, or whether further west out along the Trans-Canada Trail past Westridge. There's a lot of natural areas, a lot of natural habitat for all sorts of wildlife, including coyotes, and we're basically coming up to coyote mating season right now, so it's why we see more spottings in our community. So there are lots of tips in that video about how to discourage coyotes from coming close to your property, and what to do if you see a coyote or if you have an encounter with a coyote. I'll simplify, I guess, to if the coyote is acting like it's sick or is not afraid of you as a resident, is not moving away when you make some noise or when you might be approaching it, please call 311. The city does have some ability to respond to that. You don't have to call just because you see a coyote, but if you're seeing unusual or behavior that you think is not normal, please call 311. Anyhow, I'll post a link to that video that we did. It's a great resource about coyotes. Let's see. So I think that's all the updates I wanted to give. It's one of those days where I wonder if we're going to have many more opportunities on our local rinks or cross-country skiing. The high tomorrow, I believe, is +12. So today would be a great day if you're looking to do some outdoor winter activities to get out there and do that. If you're more of a person who prefers indoors, I understand there's a craft fair today at the Stittsville Legion, which is just down the road there. There's also an art exhibit at the library from a local artist with some watercolors of historic sites here in Stittsville. And maybe drop by Quitters. It's their last weekend as well before they close down. Sad to see Quitters go, of course. This week we have International Women's Day coming up on Tuesday the 8th, so I wanted to mention that as well, where we can celebrate the contributions of women in our community, in our city, and around the world. I'll wrap it up there. Once again, I'm here in front of St. Andrews today because we're collecting donations for humanitarian efforts in Ukraine. So please check out the St. Andrews Presbyterian Church in Stittsville. Their website has all the information you need. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye.